Yo, I got this quick alert on my phone today. I was getting ready to wind down my trading day, get ready for the weekend, but then the phone alerted and it showed me this setup that it's one of the setups I get the most excited about. I wait months for it. As you can see here, IDT has been just sitting in this box for the last several months since October. And finally today, last couple of days, it's broken out of the box. But what more excited me was yesterday we closed above the 200-day moving average. The bulls are coming in. The 20-day moving average is moving up. 50-day moving average is moving up. And what makes it even better is the Wall Street Yardie app tells me that this stock is on sale. So let's jump right in, get deep into the analysis, and I'll show you why could be one of the best trades you have this year. Every now and then, a stock will give you the setup that you just been waiting for. It's easy to understand. You see what's happening on the chart. You know what you need to do. And this is what happened to me today when I got my alert on IDT. If I scroll down here and look at the chart, IDT has been trading inside of this range since October. It's just been right here sideways between these two levels for a very long time, and the last couple of days it finally started to close above the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average, your long-term moving average. This is where a lot of the buyers and people look at if a stock is up in an uptrend or not, right? So we're looking at the buyers stepping in here, and this is where the momentum comes in. But the best part about this setup, after you see all of that on the chart, is checking the valuation on this company. IDT currently trading 53.81, but the Wall Street Yardie valuations come in and think this company, based on all of its fundamentals and earnings and everything else, should be trading for 108.50, right? So that's our target, right? That's what we're looking for long term from this company, and we see now that there's also momentum here. So that gets me very excited and ready to take a trade on this and look at what we can do next with it, right? So as I'm flowing through the Wall Street Yardie app here, I want to take a quick look at who are these guys, what are they about. I could come here quickly, look at the company profile, and see that they're a technology company that does telecom, right? And they do like mobile top-ups, right? So these guys deal with small countries and small fintech, but and connect the world via mobile devices, but also allowing for payment systems. So very much a new way of doing business. And if you look down here at the summary, it's a really old school telecom. They just do phone company, right? But now they're moving into the payer system, so you can pay on the phone, transfer money on your phone, and do those types of things. So this is very interesting to me. It might not be to you. If it's not, please move on. But I take a look at this company. It's trading at a discount to what it should be trading for, and now the momentum is happening on the chart. So let's jump on over to the chart and see what we can look at and see how we can trade. All right, jumping on over to the chart now. So IDT, we're looking at this. As I said, we've been inside this box. So I drew the box so we can see it very quickly here. Ranging right here between 46 and now 52, right? It's just been bouncing in here for the last 6-7 months. And then 2 days ago, we had a little breakout above it, but we had a red candle there. So, wasn't quite sure that the momentum would continue. And we also still closed below the 200-day moving average. This green line is my 200-day moving average. So this is the average price for the last 200 days. And this is also what a lot of people call the bull bear line, meaning anytime price is above this, you're in a bullish market, meaning expectation is the trend is up, prices are going to go up. Or if it's below it, as it has been for the last 6 or 7 months, the thought is maybe it's in a very bearish market, and we should expect lower prices, right? So right now we're breaking out and doing this, what they call a bear to bull reversal. So this thing is reversing momentum now. It looks like they had really bad earnings back in September. As you can see, the stock just dropped off a cliff all the way from 69. But now we're starting to see, after it settled in for 6 or 7 months, the market took a couple quarters and it went through a couple earnings, and it's looking good. We're coming up on earnings again in June. But what we're seeing here now is we're getting higher lows, right? Higher lows, and now we have higher highs outside of the box. This is a classic classic breakout scenario. This is actually one of my favorite trade setups. It's been one of my most successful setups the last 2 years, is where I'm looking for stocks. You know, a lot of people talk about buy the dip. My buy the dip is I want to see the stock below the 200-day, settle in, and then show me that it's time to get back in by closing above the 200-day. I'm also looking at the lower time frames, right? The 20 days is my yellow line. The 50-day is my orange line. When these two are lined up like this, where the 20 is above the 50, you're starting to see those higher lows and the uptrend is starting, right? So once these two moving averages get above the 200-day, now you're in a full bull-on market, bull trend, uptrend for this particular stock. So we're starting that now, so we're a little early, so you still have a little time to get in here and see if this momentum continues. But I'm excited because, as I showed you just a minute ago, the stock is also on sale. So as you can see here, I have a buy price of 54.29 or 54.25, and we're still just below that. So I have time to get in here. Actually took a trade at like 3:45 just before the market closed, but you know, you still have time to look at this on Monday and see if that momentum continues. You can get in. If not, and it pulls back, then hey, you still have a great chance of getting into this, because we still could get a pullback as long as it doesn't go back below this, you know, $49 level here, which is this low. Then you're in a good space to say that the trend is continuing on upwards, right? Our sticker price for this is $108.50. So, you know, there's a long way to go, and we're not going to get there overnight. So we're going to be patient. You can buy shares here, or you can work on options in the option market. They have December 2026 options available. So those are long-term options. That's another, you know, 6 or 7 months you have there to work that one out. So if the stock continues on up, you can continue to benefit from that upside, right? So when you see a long base like this on a chart and you start to see the breakout, a lot of times the length of this base is the length of how high this will go. So we could easily see 71 or 69, 71 price range here in a couple months, right? In the next couple months. So that would still be a nice 50%, 60% return on your money. If you're trading options, of course, the return is going to be much higher, depending on which option you trade. So I wanted to make sure I brought this to you here and show you why I was excited about it. This is a stock that is on sale right now. It is also showing you momentum of moving upward on the chart. So you have the fundamental analysis telling you yes. You also now have the technical analysis telling you yes. This is the type of trade where you come in and you set up your trade. You set your risk parameters, your stop loss maybe right here below 49, right? If you want, you can even go set your stop loss below the box, which is going to be right around $46. And then you let this sucker ride, okay? So this is what we're looking at here. Hope you enjoy your weekend. I just wanted to get this one out to you. It popped on my chart last minute, and I got really excited. So take a look at this one. Examine the stock. Check out if you like this stock and if you want to continue to trade it. All right, have a great weekend. Catch you on the next one.